Good afternoon. Well, for the first time in a month, the Aussie market has improved for 2 straight days, not gaining too much, but the ASX 200 was still up about 32 points, 0.5% higher to 6,057 points. And what that does essentially is just show how the market has been underperforming in recent weeks. But as long as the market doesn't fall back by about 1% or more tomorrow, we are on track to break a 3-week losing streak. And what was pretty much a carbon copy of yesterday's performance was that the mining and energy stocks really stood out. The two best performers in the mining space were BHP and Rio. They both were up about 2%. In the energy space, Santos was one of the best improvers. What was a little different today, though, is that the financials, but in particular the banks, played a bit of a supporting role in keeping the market a little positive. So we had ANZ, one of the best, up about 0.8% today. Keep in mind that a number of those banks are still trading at multi-year lows, including Westpac, which is near its worst levels in 5 years. AMP, an exception today, fell by about 3% on reports it's facing a fourth class action, this time from Slater and Gordon. And a broker report today also suggests that the wealth manager might need to reconsider its dividend payment policy. Currently has a dividend yield of about 8%, which is similar to Telstra at current prices. Kathmandu down slightly, but that's because it went ex-dividend today. Wesfarmers a little higher, up about 1.8. The company had a strategy briefing day with its investors and essentially said that the Coles demerger is going to likely take place in 2019, but this shouldn't change its dividend payments policy. It currently has a yield of around 5%. Ingham's, one of the worst, certainly down about 9%. The surprise resignation of its chief executive today after about 2.5 years in that role seemed to be the main catalyst for those losses. And Godfrey's, the retailer of vacuum cleaners, just last night released an update saying that after a bit of a review, the company could be facing cash flow issues in July unless it gets some sort of financial injection. Now, today on the economic front, trade surplus 977 million in April. No big surprises there. Tonight, probably a highlight will be an update on economic growth in Europe, and the Aussie dollar is still strong after those GDP numbers yesterday at 76.5 US. Enjoy the evening.